Well, hello and welcome to another video by Financial Learning. On today's video, we're going to be looking at CleanSpark Inc.'s December mining numbers. That's right, the month is over, and according to their public wallet address, we can break down the entire month's mining numbers. Also, I'd like to take the opportunity to look over what I think could potentially be a profitable quarter. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, and we're just gonna be covering this one slide here, but pay attention because I'm gonna be going over a lot of details for the month of December and for what I believe could be a very profitable quarter for CleanSpark. So make sure you're paying attention. We're gonna start on the left-hand side. You can see the daily Bitcoin mine numbers. And if you see that green column, that is actually the revenue per day. And I'm using the final price of Bitcoin for the month end. That's right, on December 31st, the price of Bitcoin was $94,038. And that was the price at which they mined their last bit of Bitcoin and transferred that wallet. So looking at those numbers, you can see the sum of Bitcoin for the month of December was 665.887. And you can see that average at 21.48, almost 21 and a half Bitcoin mined each day. And that is a rather impressive feat considering the level of difficulty on mining these blocks of Bitcoin becomes greater and greater, which is why there's such a rush to increase that hash rate. So CleanSpark will be aggressively getting towards that 50 exahash by the first half of 2025. Looking at the cost to mine, I'm still using the September ending amount that CleanSpark has provided. That includes the power cost as well as their Bitcoin depreciation, their miner depreciation amount, and an accelerated depreciation amount. So all in cost to mine that Bitcoin is $36,250. And if you take the total sum of 665.887 Bitcoin, multiply by that cost per Bitcoin, you're going to get the total cost to mine the entire month amount of Bitcoin at $24,138,000. So if you take the revenue amount, which I didn't cover yet, would be the end of month Bitcoin price times the quantity of Bitcoin, you're going to get $62,619,000. Subtract that from that total cost and you're going to get the monthly profit amount. I have the monthly profit amount coming in at $38,480,000. Of course, this number is going to change slightly based off of what the true cost to mine the Bitcoin is. CleanSpark will have to disclose that to the investors on this next quarterly earnings statement. Moving over to the middle section, you can see I have actually a snippet of what that wallet information looks like. That's what I use to come up with these calculations. And at the bottom, you can see both the October as well as November Bitcoin mining numbers. Starting with the October numbers, you can see 655 Bitcoin, and then the November number coming in at 622 Bitcoin. And remember, the month of November has one less day than October as well as December, but adding up all 3 months, you're going to get a total Bitcoin for the quarter ending in December at 1,942. Remember, when it comes to revenue, we're going to use the final price of Bitcoin for the quarter, which is going to be December 31st, which I've already disclosed. That was that $94,038 per Bitcoin. And you're going to get a total revenue amount of $182,622,000. If you subtract the cost to my Bitcoin, again, 36,250 per Bitcoin, times the total number of Bitcoin mined in the in the quarter of December ending, you're going to get a profit amount of $112,225,000. Now, I didn't want to stop there. I did have one of the viewers reach out and say, don't forget about some of those other expense line items like payroll, professional fees, as well as G&A. I went ahead and added those as well. I looked at some of their financial filings and I took a average of the last quarter and I went ahead and applied it here. Again, this number could change as they may have taken on more headcount with some of the expansion, but for now, this is what I'm using for my reasonable estimate. Again, this number does not include any one-time type of depreciation or impairments, but you can see here I have a total other expense line of $29,521,000 and change. So take that profit of $112,225,000 and subtract that 29,521,000, and you're going to get an estimated net profit excluding the impairments at 82,703,000. So I do truly believe that CleanSpark has the opportunity to come out profitable for the quarter ending in December. It's really going to be close and going to depend on that cost to mine Bitcoin. Did it continue to go down as they did improve their efficiencies month over month, and as this price of Bitcoin did continue to increase? And again, it's really going to depend on that payroll amount as well as some of these other expenses, and then that impairment amount. The impairment amount is going to be huge. That is really going to sway whether or not it is going to be a green or a red quarter. All right, and for the month of January, I went ahead and made a potential forecasted amount. This is just a guess by me, and this is based off of that exahash rate continue to increase. Now that they are at 37.5 and they're continuing to add, I think keeping a consistent 22 Bitcoin per day is definitely achievable for CleanSpark. So based off of that, I think they could end the month of January with a new total of 682 Bitcoin for the month of January. So we'll have to stay tuned and pay attention to that wallet ID to see what kind of numbers they're able to get out. All right, and that about wraps it up for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider giving this video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts about how I did uncovering CleanSpark's December mining numbers, as well as my best stab at their December ending quarter results. And also that January estimate. Do you think I'm a little bit too generous or a little too stingy on their amount of Bitcoin mined per day? I think they may actually be able to do 22.5, but I don't want to overshoot the moon here. And with all that said, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.